Welcome into Red Empress Tarot. I'm Patty. I'm an intuitive, a reader, and a healer on the twin flame path myself, here to read you a message for your twin flame journey. I believe that if you have found this video and this channel, you've been guided to do so. If you love the content, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the tribe. Make sure that you tap into your intuition. Make sure that you are following your internal guidance. It's really important. And every thumbs up to the video is so valuable. I love every one of you. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and get into the reading. Welcome to this week's mirror message. It's a he said, she said spread between divine feminine and divine masculine, looking at their headspace, heart space, and possible actions in the next 30 days. Let's go ahead and get that going. I'm going to start with, I think, some sage. No, I think I'll do Palo Santo today. It's neater. I think I might just switch all the way over to Palo Santo. I love the smell of sage, but it's really, really messy. I've seen people use sage spray. I know you can buy it like on Etsy. But I really like the smoke. And I'm not a smoker. I hate cigarettes. But I really love the smell of both the sage and the Palo Santo. You know, at first it's funny, when I first used them, I didn't like either one. But now that I use it on the regular, like on a daily basis, I love it. A little for me, a little for you. Okay. Nice clear space. I'm going to go ahead and sound the singing bowl. That also clears the energy, makes sure that we only have positive energy, and it grounds, so it's a really good thing. Okay, so we're asking Spirit for the collective watching this video, for those whom this mirror message will resonate. It will not resonate for everyone that watches the video, so make sure that you're tapping into your intuition. Really important, only ever take collective messages that resonate for you, that feel like they fit your story. If it doesn't fit, don't make the shoe fit, right? You are not Prince Charming, going around trying shoes on people because you don't know what they look like without their makeup and their dress. Okay, so let's see what we got. One, Spirit, help me be a clear and accurate channel for messages for this Twin Flame Collective. Let all the messages that come out be for the highest good of all parties involved. 2, 3. Wow, that really wants to come out. 8 of Cups in reverse. This is a really interesting 8 of Cups card. This is for Divine Masculine's headspace. I know I'm saying it in my head and I need to say it out loud. So usually with an 8 of Cups card, you see 8 cups that have been built up. Like someone has put in a serious investment in emotion and love. And that they have come to the point where they have to walk away from it. In this one, all the cups have foundered. They've all gone under the water, and there's only even 1 cup left out of 8. So the love has drained so far out of this situation with the Divine Masculine that they, in their head, they are so ready to walk away from a situation in their life. There's something that they put a significant investment into. I don't get it. It's not the Divine Feminine. There's a relationship in their life that they put a significant investment into. And the cups, one by one, foundered, went under that water, and are no longer, until there's just barely this one left. And you can see what's in that cup. It's on fire. There's not even love in that cup. There's no water. There's no emotion. It's just on fire. Divine Masculine is walking away from something. And it was a hard lesson for him. It took him a long time to come to the point where he felt like he could. I feel like this was his big karmic lesson, learning his own worth. It's funny, I was just literally on my way home before I did this reading from work. I'm listening to a live reading by My Ugly Truth Tarot, who I absolutely adore. And this came up, this situation came up. So it's interesting that it's coming up again in this reading, the very first thing. This divine masculine really had to come to his own sense of self-worth. The person or situation that he was walking away from drained him for all he had. And yet he hung on. Yet he hung on because he wasn't aware of his own worth in the situation. But now look at him. He's learned. His back is turned. He's out of here. Lesson learned. Finally, thank the Lord. Thank universe. Thank spirit. However you want to say it. Thank you. Divine masculine. You got it. Okay. Let's look at Divine Masculine's heart space. This is Divine Masculine's head space. And I know I didn't call that out first, but it wanted to come out like right away. Divine Masculine's heart space is right here. Seven of Swords. He's sneaking off. I think that in his heart, he knows that the only way to get out of this situation is to sneak out of it. And normally I wouldn't advocate for that, but look at this nasty crow, like in the forefront of this card. Would you want to argue with that? He's getting out. So in his head space, he knows he needs to walk away. In his heart space, he's like, okay, I have to preserve what's left of myself. I am going to pack my crap in the middle of the night and I'm getting out. Something like that. Getting out of the situation. And we'll get clarifiers on these in a minute. I'm calling these as I see them when they're coming out because they're so clear. Divine Masculine's possible actions. The High Priestess, he's really, really tapping into spirit. He's learned his lesson. He's really, in the next month, this is his work. This is his physical work, is to actually meditate the hell out of his life. Tap into spirit and really, really, truly get his downloads. So that's really good. And I usually don't even talk till I pull the clarifiers, right? But I'm getting it like fast and furious. Okay, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine's headspace right now. Divine Feminine's headspace right now. Divine Feminine's headspace right now. King of Pentacles. Super solid energy. Divine Feminine is very practical right now. She's very fair. She's very balanced. She's really in this King of Pentacles energy. And don't worry about the sex of the card. That makes no difference. It's just this energy of, I got mine. When I'm getting that song, it's like an old song. And it's like, God bless the child that's got their own. Divine Feminine has her own. This doesn't mean you're rich. This doesn't mean you're a millionaire. This means that you are abundant within yourself. You're abundant within your life and you are taking care of yourself. And you know that you can. You know that you can be this King of Pentacles in your own life. I think you want your King of Pentacles to come towards you. And, I like me, I have assigned the King of Pentacles to my masculine, and not because he has money. I don't love him for his money. It's because my masculine is an earth sign, but and that's the only reason. But I believe that this solid, stable king is the best out of the kings, because they can be in their heart space, sure, but they're grounded and they're reliable. The Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable knight in the deck. And the King of Pentacles is the knight promoted. So it's even better. It's a really, really good energy. So Divine Feminine in her headspace, in that King of Pentacles energy, and drawing in her King of Pentacles as well. And you see this wolf here. I want to point out the wolf. Wolves have significance in my life, and you know, you might have your own significance. It's okay. So what I just said, the Knight of Pentacles, the King is the Knight of Pentacles promoted. Well, the wolf is the dog promoted. So when I think of the dog, I don't give it that traditional meaning of, you know, player energy. The dog to me is the most loyal creature on the earth. The dog will lay its life down for you, right? Your dog will lay its life down for you. This wolf, there's something about loyalty here. There's something about really intense loyalty, though, not the wolf and being the wolf. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tongue-tied because I feel like communication is a challenge right now. But something about the wolf being intensely loyal. The wolves run in packs, right? Dogs run with their owners. Wolves run in packs. And if you are a member of this wolf's pack, nothing is happening to you. It will protect you with its life. And I think the feminine is in that energy where she will protect her masculine with her life. She's not going to let any bullshit into her life, but she's also not going to stand back and let someone hurt her masculine. And I think that she understands that when the masculine comes through his dark night of the soul, and when he comes toward her, he will be the same. This is a masculine that may have been a dog in the traditional sense before that, you know, a little bit of player energy before they were awakened. When they awakened to this connection, they became the wolf. They became the one that you can rely on above all others on the earth. They will protect you with their life. And I think the feminine is in the energy of knowing in the 5D that is what is by their side right now. This King of Pentacles has that wolf by his side. I think the feminine knows that she has that loyalty in the masculine by her side, even though he's not physically by her side right now. And it's like this card is a waiting energy. Look at him just sitting back, balancing the pentacle. This is the feminine just sitting back, going, okay, I know you're coming. I'm good. I got mine. I'm living my life. But I see that this is happening. This is the feminine who's very intuitive. And, you know, mirroring the masculine over here in his intuition, the feminine is very intuitive, knowing maybe not exactly what's happening on the masculine side, but she can feel his presence growing closer. Divine Feminine's heart space. That was her head space. Okay, right here. The sun. Look at that. She has this deep knowing in her heart that everything is going to be okay. She's happy and abundant on her own. She's in her happiness now. Part of it is this knowing that the masculine has transformed and is in this beautiful wolf energy for her. Part of it is so filled with inner joy from self-love. I think part of it is just a knowing that the masculine is coming, that it's going to happen. And look at, no care in the world about the timing. No care in the world about the timing. Just knowing, hey, Spirit, I trust you. You're going to bring me what's most beautiful for me, and I'm going to be happy in it. I'm going to revel in it. That's really nice. Okay, Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Where are we at? Eight of Swords. I feel like feminine has been in this energy where she's felt mentally bound by this connection. I think that the time apart, the separation, the blockages put up and the boundaries put up by the divine masculine to keep her out have kept her feeling bound by this connection. Like, I have to just sit back and let all of these things happen to masculine, and like in the dark night of the soul and his journey and the karmic situation. And this is how she's felt, right? This is how she's felt. But look at those ropes, look at those strings, how flimsy they are. And these crows kind of holding on. And I see her hands in a position where she can easily just start to pull them apart. She's not going to allow this feeling of being bound anymore. I feel like she is slipping the knots, slipping the self-imposed feeling of being tied, hands tied. I don't think she feels this way anymore. In the next 30 days, I think she is completely slipping these knots, not letting this connection or the lack of communication in this connection that has happened so far make her feel this way anymore, because this is not a physical happening here. This isn't physical, this is mental. You look, it's like a mirror. So you've got this girl here, right? And she's completely free. She's not bound. The mirror in front of her is where she's bound. It's completely mental. And look at her looking up. It's like she's getting clarity. All of these birds in the mirror, I don't think they're tying her up. I think they're undoing the ties. Look at that. The birds represent mental clarity in this deck. Those black birds are each a piece of mental clarity. She, in the next 30 days, divine feminine is receiving the clarity that will unbind her. She will no longer feel like this girl in the mirror. She's going to be back to herself. Really, really nice energy. Okay, we're going to pull clarifiers. I know that I jumped the gun, but I just saw too much and I didn't want to forget any of it. So let me put this aside. I'm going to grab the Everyday Witch Tarot and we'll see what we can add to what I just said. Why is the Eight of Cups here, Spirit, for Divine Masculine's headspace? Why is the Eight of Cups here? 1, 2. Divine, oops, keep flipping them. I'm starting over. Hold on, let me ground. I'm getting too excited about the reading. Sometimes I get really emotional. I'm really, really empathic. And so, like I did a reading, was it yesterday? Where it was, I was talking about Divine Masculine, I believe. And they had a karmic partner in their space that was incredibly toxic, like incredibly. You won't believe how toxic this person is for whatever divine masculine I was channeling for. And I got the message that they need to get that person out of their circle. And then as soon as I said that, the Not Today card popped up, and I got heated. It's like, don't tell me not today. It's not my job to tell you what to do as a reader. It's my job to read the cards and translate what Spirit is saying, and that's what I'm doing. But sometimes the messages are so vehement from Spirit. They're like so strong that I'm like heated on Spirit's behalf. Like, wait, hold on, just listen. But you know what? Whenever you listen to a reading, it's up to you what you're going to take and what you're not going to take, the actions you take. I would never presume to tell you what you need to do. But I do get pretty excited sometimes when I see something that is so obvious to me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, please listen, you know. But free will, people will do what they will do. And I don't have any judgment about that. I guess I just want the best for the people that watch my channel. I feel tied to you. I feel connected to you feel like you are part of my soul family, and I am a very protective person. I'm a Capricorn. We tend to be that way. So if I ever get protective like that in a reading, please understand it's just my overexcitement, and I'm not telling you need to do what I say. Okay. All right. Clarifying. 8 of Cups, Spirit. 1, 2. Why is the 8 of Cups here? 3. This one. 8 of Cups, clarified by the 8 of Cups. Walking away, walking away. Let me look at this one a little bit closer, because this 8 of Cups was so specific. The cups here are still standing. One of them has smoke coming out of the cup. Look at that. And in the reading I was just talking to you about, literally just talking to you about, like I told you, I got really heated about this person not listening to Spirit, saying not today. One of the things that I got from this reading, look at that cup with the smoke coming out, is that the karmic person that this person was dealing with might have been spiking their drinks with something, putting some kind of potion. Either they're dabbling in black magic and putting some kind of potion in their drink. Whether you believe in that or not, this is a real thing that happens in the world. I do know people that do this, so I do know that this is a reality. It sounds very Harry Potter or something, but this is the real world. So I got a reading saying that this masculine's drinks were being spiked, or their food possibly, but likely their drinks. So look at this walking away card. Look at the smoke coming out of that drink. I am channeling for the same people again. This is not going to resonate for everyone. And it could be that this karmic is just driving the masculine to drink too much. But I think for someone out there, at least one person, there is an issue with what's being put in those drinks. So walking away, it could be that this issue just came to light, and Divine Masculine knows about it now. And they're like, I am the fuck out of here. So 8 of Cups, clarified by 8 of Cups, just absolutely walking away. Done. Done deal. There is no saving this. There's no going back. There's no believing this person anymore. They're out. Okay, Divine Masculine's heart space. Let's clarify that 7 of Swords. Is it this one or is it this one? It's both. Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups, disappointment. They're really disappointed in this person. In their heart, the person that they're walking away from, whoever damaged them, whoever founded all those cups and caused these issues, this karmic person, they did care about them, and it's really, really painful to your person. You have to let their heart heal a little bit. They know they need to get away. They're getting the heck away, but it's actually kind of a sad situation. You look at this person, their face is covered, like, this guy might be crying under this hoodie. I'm getting really sad energy. Even if a person isn't right for you, even if it's a karmic situation, if you're a divine person, if you're a divine counterpart, you do care deeply about people. And so I'm really getting a sad energy with this ending. This walking away isn't easy. Don't be too hard on your masculine feminines if you're watching, for them having these feelings, because would you want a masculine that had no feelings for people that they were in a relationship with? I don't think you would. You want your masculine whole, with a whole heart, the way that they are. You want a caring masculine. You want your masculine to be who they are. And that's a beautiful soul. Further clarifying that 5 of Cups is the world, the ending of this cycle. This karmic cycle is over. Her hat's been blown off. She's being taken away by the wind. The divine is taking her away. She's going to follow her hat. Okay. She's also, you know, the karmic is also really disappointed in this situation too. She's crying over spilt wine here. She's not much of a milk drinker, this one. Okay. I don't feel happy about that. I feel a sad energy for her. And if your divine masculine is a woman, for him then. But don't... We're just talking about this in my Ugly Truths live tonight too. The same situation. Don't get too happy about people receiving their karma, even if they are the karmic, even if they've been doing wrong. First, it lowers your vibration. But second, I don't really think it's who you are. You're a divine feminine or divine masculine. I'm getting spiritual chills over my body when I'm saying this. This is an important message. Don't let the spirit of revenge for someone receiving their karma, don't get too happy about that, because it lowers your vibration and that eats away a little bit at your soul. That's not who you are. Okay. I'm not accusing you of anything. This is a side message for someone. Okay, I need some water. Didn't bring any. Okay, I'll get some in a minute. I'm a little bit lightheaded with these cups. I heard another reader say this recently too, but whatever. With all the cups here, there's been alcohol's been an issue. I feel like. I don't know whether the karmic drinks a lot or the masculine drinks a lot. It could be that this situation just drove someone to feel like they need to numb their emotions, but I'm getting like this lightheaded sensation. It's a side note. It's just something that you might want to be aware of. There could need to be some detoxing for one or both of the counterparts in the karmic situation. Ooh, that just doesn't feel very good. Oh, man, I'm getting like cold sweats. Like when you're hungover. Alcohol's an issue. You know, I've been getting the alcohol cards and feeling in a lot of stuff for like the last couple of weeks. And I don't drink very much. I do like a drink occasionally, socially or something like that, or a couple. I'm not like anti-alcohol in any way. Love a good margarita, but I feel like alcohol has been a tool in this karmic situation to get through it. It's like something that someone here used to endure it. So don't be too judgmental if your person comes forward and says they have an alcohol issue. Even if they're getting treatment or seeking help or just working on less or whatever it is, you know, might not be full on alcoholism, but could be that they just need to get out of the habit of so much. A lot of people try and mask the pain, emotional pain that way. Weed too. Another, I live in Oregon, so weed is legal here. You know, marijuana is legal here. I don't partake myself. I think it has some great medical uses, and there are some really good things that you can do with it. It's treating some conditions beautifully. And if you have a condition for which you use it might benefit your life. But getting baked like all day, every day, I think you need to revisit if that's healthy for you. That's just another side note that I'm getting with the smoke coming out of that cup. Anyway, moving on. Divine masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days with a high priestess. Like he's tapping into his intuition. Like hugely is in his intuition. This one right here. Hold on. Hugely is into his intuition. King of Swords. Really, really gaining clarity and gearing up for some solid communication. He's getting the downloads and he's getting ready to communicate concisely. He knows his mind. He understands the situation now. I think he was missing pieces of the puzzle before, and I'm getting with this card, all the pieces of the puzzle have come forward. There's a little cat here on the table next to him. His sword is pointing to a book, right? So it's like the book is open to him now, and he can touch it. He can read the whole thing. Nothing is hidden from him anymore. There's no moon in the background in this window. There's nothing hidden. The only thing in the background in this window, let me just show it again. You know, often when we have a window with a tarot card, you'll see a moon, and that does indicate something that might be hidden. But look in the window here, the only thing in the window are birds, and those black birds do represent mental clarity. So he's really, in the next month, your masculine, if this is resonating for you, and only if it's resonating for you, if this fits your story, your masculine is gaining clarity over this whole situation. There will be no more hidden information. If there was a karmic that was pulling the wool over their eyes, or a family member or a friend or someone that was against the connection, no more of that. Your person knows. And now they have all the tools they need and all the knowledge they need with that book open to bring that sort of truth forward and to speak with real clarity. That's nice. Okay, let's move over to Divine Feminine's headspace. Where is Divine Feminine's headspace? 6 of Wands, like public celebration. Hold on, let me see what I'm really getting from this. She's holding a bouquet of red roses. She's giving, okay, look at, am I holding this card right? She's giving a rose to this woman that's on the ground and really depressed. And there's a little girl over here too. Okay, there could be something to do with children. The Divine Feminine is feeling really, really benevolent. Like, I have my own and I'm going to share with whoever I can help. Divine Feminine is out there publicly helping people. Like, she's got her full bouquet of roses there. She's probably cut them from her own garden. So she's like grown her own abundance, grown her own beauty and happiness, her self-love. And now in her headspace, she is all about helping other people. She's all about helping other people. Look, if you are watching this reading and you are a Divine Feminine, you are most certainly a light worker, and I feel like you're coming into your own and getting ready to help other people in some way. If this is resonating for you, this is you. This is you having gained your self-love and having gained your abundance, and you're out looking for people that need some, that you can help. This is really beautiful energy. This is in her headspace, Divine Feminine's headspace. If this resonates for you, please tell me. This is really, really good. Okay, Divine Feminine's heart space. Divine Feminine's heart space. The Wheel of Fortune. She knows that the wheel is turning for her, the Wheel of Fate. So it's also a karmic wheel. So she has built up some really beautiful karma. Look at her just with her hand on that wheel so proudly. Divine Feminine knows, and there's nothing wrong with knowing that you have built good karma. It's not bragging. It's just honesty. It's just realness. It's just being real with yourself and with the world. And Divine Feminine's heart space, she is so proud of this beautiful karma that she has built. That she can take it in her head space and share it. Look at that. This is such a cool reading. I really like this reading. Okay. The last one I did, there was so much negativity with some bad karmic stuff that I'm really happy to see this. Okay, Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. What are Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days? Clarify this Eight of Swords, this coming loose from that feeling bound. Page of Swords in reverse. Her possible actions in the next 30 days. Oh, yeah. So she's breaking free of these ties with the Eight of Swords. She's no longer feeling like she has to be the one to bring the communication. You know, one of the big challenges for Divine Feminines along this journey is the reaching out thing, right? Because you do want to talk to your Divine Masculine. You do want to work things out. You want to let them know you care. You want to help. Whatever the reason is that you're communicating and reaching out. This Divine Feminine no longer feels encumbered by that need to reach out and communicate to the masculine. She finally gets it. She finally knows that it's her job to be in this space of self-love and abundance and sharing with the people that need it, that she's no longer bound to this feeling of needing to communicate with the masculine. She knows with this King of Pentacles energy, this all feeds in. This is so cool. With this King of Pentacles energy and the Sun, if I can get them off the table, it would be helpful. The King of Pentacles energy and the Sun, look at him just kicking back with his pentacle in his lap. Secure, safe, and happy in their place in the world right now. Feeling free and unencumbered again. Unencumbered by the devil energy that kind of grabs the Divine Feminine by the throat through a lot of this connection and makes her feel like if I don't have communication, I'm not okay. If I don't know what's happening with Divine Masculine, I'm not okay. In this next month coming up, this Divine Feminine is breaking those bonds all together and no longer bound to the devil energy of feeling like they need to be the one to reach out. Totally at ease, kicking back and letting Divine Masculine do his thing, letting him tap into his intuition, letting him gear up his Swords energy to communicate, and letting him just come to her as is meant to be. This is so cool. Okay. I was going to grab some more clarifiers, but I think it was already so clear. I don't feel like we need it. I want to do some charms. Let's do charms instead. I just feel like this one was so cut and dry. That oracle cards are just going to mirror what we're already saying. Let me get these out of the way so I can bring the charms over. I have a lot of cards. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm going to move the singing bowl. Let's move these. Sorry, this is taking a minute. Okay, now I can bring this over. My little tray has a crack in it, so I don't want to pick it up anymore. Be a little bit careful with it. I'm going to have to fix it. I really like it, so I don't want a new one. Okay, so charms. Let's see what we get from the charms. There's all of my crystals. I poured half of the crystals out so I'd have a little more room. I'm going to be doing some all charm readings. I'm so excited about that, called Divine Charms. And I'm going to attempt to do just a channeled charm reading. We'll see how it goes. I've never done a full charm reading before. So my first one is going to be coming up in a couple of days. Please tune in. I want to see how you like it. I get really good messages from charms, so really looking forward to it. I'm actually really inspired by the Lotus Goddess. I don't know if you've ever watched her. She is phenomenal in her fluidity in reading the charms. And I will have my own flavor and flair, I'm sure, but she really inspires me to do it. Okay, so let's see what charms we get for this mirror message. And I just kind of, I move them around and I pull them from the bottom, so I can't see what I'm pulling. Not too many. I started to do a charm reading. I started to do that divine charm reading the other day, and my camera ran out of battery, so I knew I had to redo it. And some of the same charms are coming out here. This olive branch, the robot, this megaphone, all came out. And I've got like 300 charms. Okay, I feel like that was it. So let's see what we've got. I'm going to group them for this reading. Side of the glass, sight, abundance, megaphone. Yeah. Yeah. What's this? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm like... Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Okay. So, well, like laughing. Let me share what I'm laughing about. So, I'm getting divine masculine here in this mirror message reading, really gearing up to talk, like we were saying with that King of Swords card. The megaphone here, he wants to talk, but he doesn't want to just come in with hi. He really wants to talk. Okay, with the megaphone, I mean, picture words coming from your divine masculine over a megaphone. Like, he really, oh, I dropped it. He really wants you to know what he's thinking. He's been in gearing up. He's been watching you. Like, look at the glasses. He's really been watching you. Probably on social media. Could be Instagram, could be Facebook, could be somewhere else. If you're in the public eye somewhat, he's following you. If you are in proximity to him, he's finding ways to get glimpses of you. Like, he has some real questions for you. When he comes with this communication, this mustachioed question, that's what this always means to me. He's going to want to know if he's going to be accepted or rejected. He's going to have some questions for you. He's going to want to let you know, with this gecko, he's going to want to let you know that he's gone under a complete transformation. He's going to be talking about that with you. You know how a lizard can change its colors with this environment? That's what I'm getting there. Like, his new environment, the downloads that he's gotten, he is a transformed person. He's going to want to let you know that. He's really ready with this watering can. He's really ready to tend this connection. He really wants to make it grow. He wants to be a real caretaker in the connection. He's been saving. I've been getting like money things a lot lately, but masculine has been working on his financial abundance to feel like he can bring something to the connection as a provider. And divine feminines, I can hear you like shaking your heads back there. Like, I don't need someone to provide for me. I've got my own, right? Just like in the reading. However, let your divine masculine have this. He wants to be a provider. It makes him feel good. Divine feminines, it is all good to let your divine masculines know that that's not why you love them and that's not why you want them around. And do your fair share, pay for things sometimes, chip in, go at your career and be abundant and, be an equal partner. But look, your divine masculine wants to be a provider. Sometimes just let him have it because it makes him happy. And his happiness should also be your happiness. Okay? He's just waiting for the right time. He's like waiting for the sun to come up with this rooster here. Like he hasn't crowed. He hasn't spoken yet because the sun isn't up yet. It's still nighttime. Like he's still formulating. But when the sun comes up on this connection, he's going to talk loudly. You're not going to get him to shut up. Basically, have you ever had roosters? I have a friend that has roosters. And they literally will they don't just crow in the morning. They will crow literally all day. They're obnoxious. And I'm not saying your masculine is obnoxious, but he's going to be very proud of his connection with you. Roosters are very proud. With this jacket here, this is like the Five of Pentacles in reverse. To me, this is wanting so much to come in out of the cold. This is a very divine masculine charm reading here. I'm not getting any divine feminine in this. This is all divine masculine. You know, what he's been in, where he's been, and the situation he's been in has been very robotic. Look at this little robot. He's been going through these motions mechanically for a long time. He's ready for some fire in his life. Really ready for some fire in his life. And you bring that, divine feminines. The fish here this is feeling so abundant. And notice the fish is a crystal. It's actually a Swarovski. It's this feeling of value. Your divine masculine knows your value now. He feels abundant just to know you, just to be in your presence, much less to have the opportunity to be in relationship with you and spend their life with you. Okay? So know that masculine now really understands your worth. This empty chair always represents a person to me. They don't want to look over at the empty chair anymore. I have a thing with my masculine where I used to tell him that I would go to the movie theater and save the seat next to me for him. And theaters are closed right now, but up until they closed, I still did that. I mean, it's been years and I still do that. Divine masculine has similar habits. You do marry each other. And so the divine masculine is no longer wanting the empty chair beside them. It doesn't matter who was in their life before. They're not you. That chair that they were saving for you has been empty a long time. This is a grand piano charm. The music that you're hearing, when you hear songs that make you think of them and feel connected to them, pay attention to those. They're signs. Twin flames do share a musical connection. It's really common because music vibrates at a different frequency, and it is something that does raise your vibration. So take those musical signs when you hear them. Don't ignore them. Just enjoy them. And last, we have the olive branch. You know what the olive branch is. This is getting ready to come forward with communication, to extend the olive branch, to extend if there's an apology needed on either side. Getting ready to really give you the I love you and I'm sorry. And let's do what we can to make it right. That's what this is about. Love this charm reading. This is really beautiful. Let's get some channel messages. Okay, so I'm going to start with shadow just because I always like to start with shadow and just get one or two. Pull that out of the way. Shadow, if you haven't watched my readings before, is not something to worry about. Every person on this planet comes here with some shadow to work on. We also call it karma. And that's the stuff we need to work through and work out. It's not the good karma that we've built up, but shadow is the negative stuff that we haven't cleared. And so we need to know what it is to work on it, right? You can't just sweep it under the rug. It's really, really important to take your shadow out, face it. You know, some people call it your demons. Everyone has a different way of talking about it. But it's just what you need to work on in this life to ascend, to raise your vibration, to, you know, work through and become better. Okay, Spirit. Messages for the Watcher from their counterpart. What do they want to tell them about shadow right now? What does the Watcher's counterpart want to tell them about the shadow work right now? 1, 2, 3. I forgive you. As shadow goes, that's pretty good. I'm getting that you likely both did things that hurt each other, because twin flames just do that. We bump off of each other and it causes bruises. Your counterpart, Watcher, forgives you. I am happy that it's over. They're not talking about your connection. They're talking about what they're walking away from. This, getting a really strong message that with that 8 of Cups, clarified by the 8 of Cups, what they're walking away from, that karmic situation. It's like a huge release for them. It's been a real burden. Getting like the 10 of Wands image with all the wands stacked up on the back. They are really happy that it's over. And that's, you know, that's a hard thing to say when you're walking away from a human being that you loved and that loved you at one time, where there was love involved in some form. It wasn't the divine love. It wasn't your love with them. It's not the same. But I'm sure at some point there were happy feelings. And I mean, it could have been a long-standing relationship too. It's not necessarily something that was just a couple weeks or a month. I mean, this could be years. And they're happy that they're walking away from it, that it's over now. It's a release. You know, your counterpart, Watcher, is the person that you can say anything to, and they can say anything to you. So you have to have that kind of transparency in your relationship where you feel comfortable saying whatever it is that's in your heart and mind. Even if it's something that's like, oh my God, I'm happy that I'm leaving this person, you know? When that, you know, it's like getting divorced. It's like, you know, when you, and I don't know if this is a divorce or not, it could be. But someone asked me about my divorce one time. You know, they didn't know I was divorced, and it had been a couple of years, and, you know, someone I hadn't talked to. And, you know, they asked me about my former husband, and I said, oh yeah, we're divorced now. And they said, I'm sorry. And my immediate response was, I'm not. Because it wasn't meant to be, and I was so much better off, that I had to explain to that person. It felt abrupt to them for me saying, I'm not, you know, it wasn't out of being callous. It was honesty. And, having the kind of honesty to be able to say something like that to your divine counterpart is really beautiful. Having that safe zone where you can say literally anything that is in your heart or mind. Let's go to the Hidden Truth Oracle. Spirit, messages. Are there any messages in this deck for the Watcher from their counterpart? Anything that they would like them to know right now that would be beneficial? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I regret lying to you. Your Watcher, your person lied to you, or you lied to them. One of those things happened here. I don't know which it is. I'm not getting a specific energy on that. Whoever lied in this connection is really regretting it. When you do come back to talk, have some forgiveness in your heart if you want to come to peace with this person. You don't have to accept them back as a life partner. But coming to peace with them is a really happy thing. It's a good thing for you both. When you have this conversation, when they finally come forward to you, whether it's today or a week from now or a month from now or a year from now, whenever they come forward to you, or you come forward to them, Watcher, if the ball's in your court, I don't know who you are. Come from your heart, not from your hurt. I say that every once in a while, and I can't say it enough. When you're dealing with your divine counterpart, come from your heart. Don't let the hurt overshadow it, okay? Tell someone how you feel. Be honest, but be kind. Okay. Messages from the Watcher's counterpart. Is there anything that they want them to know right now? I hid who I really am from you. Someone was really wearing a mask in this connection. I think I'm really strongly getting the message that someone felt not good enough, and they felt like if they were their true self with their counterpart, they didn't know that you were divine counterparts at first. You were just a person that they were dating or knowing. But they had so much admiration for you that they felt like if you knew the real them, that you wouldn't like them, that you wouldn't want them, you wouldn't accept them. And they were so afraid of that they hid things from you. So someday they're going to come forward. When you talk, they're going to tell you. And again, be kind when that day comes. Messages from the Watcher's counterpart. This one. I don't react when people mention you. They've really been masking their feelings from you for a long time. You know, we saw in the Divine Masculine, I'm getting Divine Masculine in this one, we saw in the Divine Masculine walking away from that karmic energy, whatever it is, if it's a relationship or a family member, a friend or whatever, likely a romantic relationship. And we got that robotic going through the motions charm that came out. I really get the energy that this masculine in this connection had to hide things from this karmic partner. Is like if they let their real feelings slip up, it would have been hell to pay. So they really had to mask how they feel about you for some time. That's really tough. Imagine having something so so prominent in your heart and you have to hide it. Man, that inauthenticity would be hard. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Watcher, your counterpart is leveling up spiritually. They understand that these are lessons now. They understand the journey. That's really nice. Okay, let's look at that was a Hidden Truth Oracle. Let's look at the messages of love Oracle cards. Spirit, we're looking for messages from the Watcher's counterpart. Messages from the Watcher's counterpart. One, two, three. Right there. Wait, the timing is not quite right. It's not today, love, but it's coming. Understand that this card is to get you out of the headspace of expectation. This is not a message from your counterpart so much as from Spirit. Get out of the headspace of expectation of a certain day, week, or month that you're going to have contact from your person. The more you set up a timeline in your head of when you should hear from them, the more you energetically push them away. Okay? Ditch the timelines. It's really important. It's not time today. And the more you put out to your person expectations, the longer it's going to take them. It's very counterintuitive feeling. It sucks. I don't like it either. But generally, this is how it works. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means stop obsessing over the timeline. Easy for me to say as a reader. As a divine feminine, not so easy to take. I feel ya. Messages from the Watcher's counterpart. Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. You guys are both leveling up spiritually. We got that. Grateful for the spiritual lesson. Take that as a double confirmation. That's awesome. This one. Addiction. And addiction is affecting this relationship. And I've been getting that with the alcohol thing. We heard that in the reading. There could also be some kind of sexual addiction that was involved in this relationship. And it could have been like addiction to porn. It could have been addiction to multiple partners, something like that. And then no judgment on this, guys, don't judge, because some people are dealing with some childhood wounding that manifests in some seriously painful ways, and this could be one of them. You know, I'm getting that feeling of someone that was possibly abused as a child and tries to fill that hole with multiple partners. It could be that your person and the karmic, if they had a romantic karmic, were in an open relationship and had multiple partners. That way the karmic could have even procured them. We don't know. But there was toxicity happening there. And don't take this as me thinking that all open relationships are toxic. I know that that's not true. I have friends and family members that live in that sort of situation. And I don't have any judgment there. But what I'm saying in your situation is that could have been an issue, and it could have fed into a sexual addiction. For someone out there, I think that that's true, because I wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't. But also look at alcohol and possibly weed, light drugs. I'm not getting heavy drug use. But there could be some things for your person, watcher, to overcome. Or if you're watching and you know that this is you, that you've had these issues, you know that you'll need to work on those. That doesn't preclude you from being a good person. It doesn't preclude you from being a divine masculine or a divine feminine. It's just something to look at and to heal, okay? The less judgy we get, the better off we are. Awakening. Both people in this connection are undergoing spiritual transformations. So we have that 3 times here. Grateful for the spiritual lesson, mastery of the spiritual lesson, transformation, spiritual transformation. Look, your person is getting it. You're getting it. You're both getting it. Really, really good energy. I feel like there's one more. There's space for one more here. I feel like there's another thing. Friendship. This friendship is leading to more. Look, this person is not just your romantic partner. They're also your best friend. They don't just want to be your friend. If this person at some point in your relationship, maybe when they were breaking off connection with you, said, hey, I only want to be friends. Well, that was bullshit. Maybe for a time they really thought that, but their heart did never mean it. And it's definitely not true now. They're still your friend. They're going to be your best friend. Whether or not you decide to come into life partnership with this person or not, they can still be a very, very good friend to you. Okay. Let's look at my decks. Let me get those out. Get my little candles out of the way here. I turned 50 the other day. Oh my gosh, I would use the O word and say I feel old. However, I don't believe in it, so I'm not going to. Be old when you're old, guys. Not before. There's no point. Okay. I have plenty of time to be old when I am. All right. Messages for the watcher from their counterpart. Messages from the watcher from their counterpart. Is there anything in this deck? Is there anything in this deck? I don't fan these just because they're so challenging. They're so little. I like to shuffle them and just let them jump. I'm so scared to lose you forever. Yeah. someone in this connection is really afraid if they don't come forward and speak that they're going to lose you. Is there anything else in this deck? To the Watcher from their counterpart. This is going long. I'm sorry, guys. I try not to make the mirror messages too long, but there's so much information that comes out that I'd rather have it be a little long and get all the information out than miss something, you know. Okay. This feels awkward. I'm not feeling anything else in this deck. Let's try another one. I've got several. Got a few hundred of these cards. Okay. Anything in this deck to the Watcher from their counterpart? Anything else in this deck to the Watcher from your counterpart? I don't feel good enough for you. I don't, and remember, tenses don't change in these cards. I don't write, I didn't feel good enough for you. I don't. I won't. It's only written in one tense. And what I get from this is when your person left you, or when you left the person that you're reading for, whoever you are in this connection, whether you were that like runner or chaser energy, whoever the runner was in this connection felt not good enough. I know that when someone leaves us without real explanation, a lot of the times we feel like we need that answer. We like really need that answer. Like, why would you leave me? Is it me? And that triggers you to heal that not good enough wound in yourself, which is, you know, what this connection is about, is healing things. But here's an answer for you. Whoever left the other person in this connection felt not good enough. It's important to have that information. So when they come forward and when they tell you I left because I didn't feel good enough, don't question them. It's true. Don't say, oh, that's not a good enough reason, or don't argue this, because it takes a lot for someone to admit this. That I am not enough wound is really hard to deal with. I know that myself. Okay, let's see if there's anything else in this deck. Anything else in this deck to the Watcher from their counterpart? Messages they want to have. One. No. Two. See if anything else comes out. My family is standing in the way for someone out there. The karmic is one of the karmics. So you can have more than one karmic. One of the karmics is actually a family member. I'm getting a mom vibe. Or someone that's a mom-like figure. Could be a dad with a feminine energy, but there's someone in Watcher, there's someone in this connection, a family member on one side that is really against the connection. I'm getting, okay, so what I'm getting is the feeling of a mother figure who has some intuition herself and understands intuitively, like almost instinctively, that this connection is so powerful that they're afraid to lose their child to the divine counterpart. I think it's someone that relies heavily on their child, adult child, for something. And they're afraid that the divine counterpart is going to take them away. That's what I'm getting for that. I mean, it could be a father figure. It could be another family member who relies heavily on a counterpart in this connection. I don't know whether it's the masculine or feminine. I'm not getting that. But there is a family member in this connection that is worried for some people. Okay, I'm gonna try this deck here. Feeling like this one. Is there any message in here for the Watcher from their counterpart? I am manifesting you back. I am manifesting you back. This is happening on both sides is what I'm getting. And neither one knows it either. Both counterparts are actively working on manifesting this connection back. And neither one can see that the other one is doing it. Very cool. Tip for your manifesting. Make sure that you are only focusing on the positive. Don't focus on the lack of your person. Don't focus on timelines or dates. Just focus on the happy feeling of being with your person and what that would do for your life. Okay? Your manifestation will work much faster if you don't focus on the lack. Nice. Okay. This has been your reading. This has been your mirror message. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I know it was a long one this time, but I feel like that there were messages that needed to come out. If you love the reading, if you love my content, please hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. That grows the channel and that keeps me coming back, bringing you more content, more good readings and good information. Thank you for being part of my tribe. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.